Hey guys, it's RockTheGolem, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, we're past that 3-hour point, which means some crazy stuff's about to happen, and we're finally going to see the horror aspect of this game. So, just a quick recap, we've discovered that Sayori has depression, and has had this her whole life. And for her, it's a matter of, just making everyone else happy, especially me. She doesn't want people to worry about her, but the problem is that now that I know about this, I'm more than worried about her. I am terrified about what's going to happen. I fear for this kid's life. And I try to spend time with her, but people have almost been blocking me from getting to her. I wanted to spend my weekend with her, but she's going to be working with Monica online, and I tried choosing her and the game wouldn't even let me go to her. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen to her, but I don't think it's going to be anything good. But on a more positive note, we're spending our Sunday with Yuri, which is who we've been trying to go for this entire time. She's over at my house right now, up in my room, and she's about to go in the desk of my drawer, the drawer of my desk, rather, after noting that I've cleaned up my room for her to come over. She's like, oh, I would have helped you. So what does she find in that drawer? I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. Oh, I was hoping she would actually find something. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. They might wander off on me again. Should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned out that you can help with. Decorations and the atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Wow, she's going all out on this. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it this far, or taking it that far, rather. Of course. I want to help out our guests. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place, still in her little fantasy worlds. I love it. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. Well, everyone loves cupcakes. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. I guess so. Intense? Oh, I gotta really watch what I say around her, don't I? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little bit. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. So the candles and stuff? Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. Yeah, just happened to, huh? I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. Candlelight is very nice, actually. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? I know it exists. Not familiar at all. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. Aww. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the original paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is to write a different word on each paper. Well, I'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper into ribbons, onto the ribbons and create a doorway curtain. Oh, wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of people passing in by the room. I have a feeling a lot of people would actually be oblivious to that. It may attract some people to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. That's not what I meant, jeez. I don't even know what that sounds like. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? But we already said that. We knew she was introverted and shy and everything, and a group atmosphere would be different than a one-on-one atmosphere. Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Rock. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. All right. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting, which I do have in real life as well. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. I really hope this isn't her cutting knife. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. Huh, that's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. Oh boy. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? I mean, I can't really fault her. I own swords, so I totally kind of get where she's coming from. She just scales it down a bit. Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. Well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool-looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me, as you're supposed to do. Well done, well handled. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Rock! Why did you do that? I would have done the same thing. You always check the knives for sharpness. I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. Yeah, thanks for telling me now. It can cut skin like it's paper. Why do you know that? Again, I'm going back to her poem. I'm really worried. She's also wearing long sleeves. I just picked that up now. Oh, damn it. You know, I'm gonna get real for a second here. I actually dated a girl that wore nothing but long sleeves, but she was also like 5 feet tall and weighed like 80 pounds soaking wet, so I always thought she was just cold all the time. You know, talking about being oblivious, but yeesh. Yeah, I won't go into any more detail than that, but you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, I'm sure. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Wow. We've already gone beyond the personal line, so hey, why not? I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Not gonna lie, my finger in, well, definitely Yuri's mouth, but in anyone's mouth, like, no, that's not right. I think I would instinctively pull back if I didn't, like the person in that way. If I was actually attracted to them, like, yo, you do you. I'm gonna let you just have your fun time. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. I can't even see her eyes now in this one. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? Well, I mean, you do it to yourself instinctively, and she is a little socially awkward. I'm just kind of making up excuses for her, I admit it. I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Oh, wow. Rock, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri says nothing. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. Oh god. I knew that would be a bad idea. Ooh, my voice is cracked, sorry. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Rock. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was just a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. Good. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. Oh boy. Alright, so look at all that hard work we did in just a screen wipe. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, like making their own paint, I guess. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Oh, watercolor. Jeez, I haven't used those in a long time. Anyway, it actually made me totally forget that sort of thing even existed. All we need is I will need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. I mean, depending on the size of the cups, that's kind of hard to handle all by yourself. Like, that's a lot. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups up too much, it will be too diluted. Oh, so that's much easier to manage then. Because honestly, I probably would have brought like a full cup of water. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than the full-size glasses. I put them on a plate and catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Oh, God. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner. Oh, okay, so that's the purpose for the watercolor, I get it. Starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium in front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Okay, fair enough. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I can spend time with one other person, which makes total sense right now. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel things a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Oh, another head injury because of me. God damn it. Yeah. So sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and cheek. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Aww. She's all like... Oh, she's actually like touching my arm. She's enamored with me, it looks like. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. Aw, so she actually likes physical contact. I like it. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. That is kind of an intense expression. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Nope, pretty sure it's her boobs. Sorry. Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine as it was just a minute ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. She was going in for the kiss. God damn it, we missed the opportunity. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. We could have had a romantic moment right there. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, and she's unable to focus. Great, she's got a concussion, guys. Got to take her to the hospital. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. And we're done, I bet. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? So I guess the festival is an all-day thing. That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. Wow, relief on his part. You said that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping that we could have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. It's true. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I was glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe she was waiting for a kiss. I don't know. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Rock. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. It's about to happen. Come on. Yes? I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Gee, I wonder how you're supposed to respond to that. Come on, dude. But I don't even get the chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Damn it, no. Sayori? Oh no. Hi, Rock. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Rock. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams, and that's not real at all. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? And honestly, I just read the line without even thinking. Like, that was my response naturally as well. What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. That's not true at all. I see the tears in your eyes. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. She's not saying it to me, she's saying it to herself. She's trying to convince herself of that. Why am I feeling this way, Rock? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? Because you love me. Oh God. It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Rock. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica was right about what? Sayori says nothing. Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Rock. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Look, life is like that sometimes, but I'd still like you. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Rock, I like you so much that I want to die. That doesn't even make sense. Like, you should live. Live because you like me so much. That's how I feel, and that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordless, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Oh, God. All right. Saving right now. Saving it here. Returning. Oh, God. What do I choose? Oh, this is so wrong. Bad. Not wrong. It's just bad. Oh. If I do love her. That's the thing. Like, I know this guy loves her. Like, but if I tell her that, is that going to be worse? Because she doesn't want me to waste her affection on her. Like, and she said okay. I'm going to make a leap of faith here. She said she wanted everything to be the way it was before, always. So I'm leaning towards saying you'll always be my dearest friend, but right now she's like pouring her heart out to me, saying that she likes me more than I like her. It's going to be bad either way, I know it is, but okay. I'm going to try to go with what she originally told me in the room and tell her that she'll always be my dearest friend, because that's the way it always was. I feel like this is going to be the wrong choice, but I'm trying to think about it a little bit more. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Yes, okay, this is the route we wanted. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. God damn it, that's not what she wanted to hear. Is this what it feels like? No, god damn it. To get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish, so please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I know this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Rock. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. And she lets out a scream. Ah! Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. She says nothing. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori, I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most that I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm gonna have to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay, so it's the day of the festival, and there's no music, and I don't like it. Of all the days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking off to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Rock. Okay, so, before I continue on with this, there was a tip that someone gave me about this game. So, I know you guys probably can't tell, but I have dual monitors set up. I've got my game running on the left screen, and I've also got the, the actual directory where the Doki Doki Literature Club files are kept. And a tip that someone gave was to keep that window open to see what was going on. So, I am going to see real quick if I can share that window with you guys. Okay, so here's the window that I have open for the files for the game. Now, I noticed something happen out of the corner of my eye as this was coming into the next scene, talking about, rolling up the banner for Yuri and everything. So what I noticed, actually, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but this file right here, Happy Thoughts, spelt the way that it is, that appeared out of nowhere. And you can see like the date and time stamp right there. It's different from all the other files in the game. Now, this apparently has updated quite a few times. Like the game saves I get, like things like that. But this is brand new. This is from today. So here's what happens when I open that image file. That's the image that I get. Now, just based on looking at it, the fact that it's called Happy Thoughts, you've got the ribbon there and everything. That looks like Sayori to me. So this game, now I understand why people wanted me to leave the files folder open on my desktop because of that. Because now the game is changing the files and it's actually adding files. Like, I don't know where the hell this Happy Thoughts file came from. It was just there all of a sudden. So this game, apparently was coded really well. But we got to continue on and see what's going on. So Monica's calling up for Rock. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. And again, there's no music. That makes me worried. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised that you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Rock. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But, so I'm guessing Sayori probably messaged Monica? I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori tell her about it that quickly? And how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones that they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh no. So there's a percentage sign, a series of get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. Did Monica tell her to kill herself? Like, that's what it kind of implied earlier on, but Jesus Christ. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Oh no. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Rock? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so, well, all right. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not, oh, this is going to be bad. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe that I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Oh my god, I can feel my nerves starting to fray again. Isn't that more like somebody's boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh, fuck me. Oh, I did not make the right choice. God. Wow. Whoa. An exception has occurred. The game's roll 3. See track text for traceback text for details. All right, hold on. Okay, there's actually music playing in the background, so I gotta figure this out now. Hang on, I gotta go through everything back. So I've got a log now, and I've also got a traceback. Hang on. Oh god. All right, so hold on. There's actually a bunch of stuff in here. I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. While running the game code, all this stuff. In call. Restarting top context. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. Whoa, hold on. Wait, Tom. Well, first of all, where is 307? Cannot find 307, so line 307 doesn't exist. Crap. Actually, you know what? This would be a lot easier if I just deleted her. This is the one that's actually been so difficult. Here goes nothing. Hang on. Okay. Alright, so, characters. Holy shit, Sayori is gone. Look, the file for Sayori is actually gone. Oh, God, what is up with this game? Alright, let me get rid of that. And we'll dive, let's see what happens now. What the hell? What the hell? Like, he can't even believe this right now. Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession, that has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? I definitely chose wrong. Holy Christ. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Actually, it is, and Monica tipped us off to that fact. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. End. Oh, screw you, game. That is not the end. We're loading up a new save file. Well, what? No, it's not going down that way. Look, she's like an amalgamation of the other girls. It's not even, there's nothing of Sayori left. All right, let's load the game. Let's go back. Oh, no. Crap. No, we are not starting a new game. We don't have a choice, though. God damn it. So, because Sayori's not there. I see an annoying girl running toward me in the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious, yada yada. Sayori's completely written out of the game. And I can't skip any of this. Crap. Whoa. So that's supposed to be Sayori's character? Oh, the whole game just glitched. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, couples finding each other. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Oh, this game has changed now. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I wonder. My save files are gone. God damn it. Oh, come on. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Hell, maybe we'll start the napping club like I said before. Okay, I just had to click back on the game files to see if anything else had changed. And you know what? I'm actually going to switch everything over to date modify, so I can make sure when things are actually changing or not. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Rock? Oh! Monica? Why were you all screwed up, and why are you here? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and something about attitude, I think. I clicked way too quickly on that one, I'm sorry. Basically completely out of my league. This we already know. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. Oh, you're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club, and the game tweaked out. Okay. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. So, if Sayori was the vice president before, who's the vice president now? It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Huh. Hey, Rock, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I wasn't looking for one to begin with in this alternate reality. I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy, please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Rock, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Huh. Wonder why me? And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Well, at least I didn't sell my soul for cupcakes, because those don't last forever. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. What was that? Why did that girl one? That's Yuri, so, I don't know why it flashed like that. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Rock. Say nothing. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, but we already learned her name. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Ah, so it's Yuri this time, okay. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you, again. So I ran into Rock in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I wasn't going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget about that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Are there cupcakes as well? Why don't you come sit down, Rock? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not it. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. Well, the tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. All right, we've done most of this already. So, Rock, what kind of things do you like to read? All right, I'm gonna kind of skip through a lot of this, because again, we've kind of gone through all this stuff before. The only difference is that Sayori's not here. And again, I'm just kind of like skimming through all this, but it doesn't seem like anything's really changed. So, all right, let's go home and write it. So we're doing the whole poem thing. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is one thing that did change. It appears that the reason why Monica kind of invited me here is the fact that they need 4 members for it to be an official club. So, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision? I feel terrible letting everyone down. So this is where he decides to join. One of the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Rock? Yeah. Could be fun, right? Really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just looked into this, I would be super pissed. Well, I guess you did make cupcakes this time. Rock, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Yay. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. So we're doing the whole writing the poem thing, the assignments and whatnot. Can I really impress the crowd on Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. Oh boy, some more poetry. With that, I depart to the classroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, yada yada. We already know about this. Sayori's no longer a factor. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks about my friends. And then there's a long pause. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home from before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Oh, God. So, these seem almost like stages of life, kind of. Comes home early, cooks me dinner, gives me an allowance, spends time with me, and asks me about my friends. Like, this seems like when you're really young and, like, there's the best connection. Asks me about anything because there's no more talking. Gives me lunch money because there's no more allowance, but the kids got to eat. Comes home before sundown because he's not coming home early anymore. Cooks. And, like, just cooks in general as opposed to actually making them dinner. Gives me privacy because they don't want to be near Papa. Doesn't tell me how to dress because probably trying to control their life. Comment on my friends because some friends are terrible people. Comment on my hobbies because some hobbies are stupid. Comes home without waking me up, so he's coming home later. Papa keeps food in the house because he's barely home at all. Uses his inside voice because he yells. Goes through their stuff. I guess doesn't give them money anymore, so they rifle for coins in the couch. Too tired, just literally ignores them, and then too tired for anything. And then, because again, these seem to be representing like stages of life, I'm assuming this is when Papa is dead. I mean, that's just kind of where my mind is going with all this and everything, but I could be totally wrong. I don't know. Yikes. I don't know where that came from, but... Alright, so right now all we have is Natsuki and Yuri to work with, so... Alright. And we're still looking for 20 words here, so... you know what? A little bit of lust with their... Wow, Yuri's into lust as well, huh? Poof, amazing. Let's see... Anime again. Sugar, why not? Extraordinary. Romance with the lust, why not? Papa, I wonder who's Papa. Natsuki, huh? I wonder if that's Natsuki's poem then. Determination. Melody. Wow, Natsuki seems to be getting all the ones on this now. Cheer. Starscape. Bubbles. Swimsuit. Landscape, dream, question, nightgown, sensation, fireworks. Wow, Natsuki really got a lot of those. I really don't know what the poems are supposed to do. Like, if, like, picking more words for one person over another really kind of has an impact or not. Hi again, Rock. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Whoa. Yuri's face just got all tweaked out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Rock. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Whoa, Natsuki! Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here to hang out or what. Last time it was about her cupcakes. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. What? Monika? You're on top of the text. I can't read what's going on. Natsuki clearly have a blade mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the club room. Okay, thank you. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated. Yep, we've already done this. Make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club at all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Oh, wait. Oh, the music just changed. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. So this is different. It should be. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. Oh, the music keeps changing in pitch. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica. Oh boy. I'm assuming she just said fucking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of the things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bringing it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? Good question. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. This sounds like you, Nicole. Like if you're watching this is like you, my dear. Oh God, hold on. You, my dear, have a manga problem. But before we go on with that, there's another file that just goes added to my game folder. Hang on. Let me, there's my game folder. So, can you hear me? This one just came open. Can you hear me is the name of the file. There's a little devil inside us all. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find into their willpower, starving them of all emotion and desire into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of such a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I chose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Wait. Beneath their manufactured perception, artificial reality. So, this sounds like obviously someone's kind of in control of this, and right now I'm leaning toward Monica. All I did was untie the knot. I don't know. This is... Alright, so after reading through this again, this sounds like it's coming from like a godlike character, like someone who's in control of pretty much everything. And it sounds like they're like not even just the people in this game. They could be talking about anyone. It just sounds like the people that they're talking about, like there's so much chaos and like negativity and things like that. And like they're trying to be people who they aren't. So this person has basically... like, a way of saying, I guess, is that these people are becoming a tangled mess. And this godlike character is like, all I did was untie the knot. But the problem is that tangled mess seems to be what is keeping these people alive. So the fact that they untied this knot is basically what made them, like, no longer exist. So, again, I'm kind of leaning toward Monica because she's been glitching out too. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's continue on. Much better. Seeing a box with one of the books missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Rock. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book. That's what I'm getting from this. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. It's about time. Hey, everybody! Sorry, I had to. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Oh, reading the same book at the same time, okay. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Aw, sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Aw, she's so cute. Look at her. This is like the cutest she's ever looked, actually. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something when something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? Oh, that's cute. The eyes like slid like that. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez, so she doesn't have friends. Aw, sorry. Huh. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up with people without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Wait, so was that her poem then about Papa? At least it's safe here in the club room. Wait. So, okay, hold on. I think I know what's going on here. So these aren't so much glitches. This is somehow us actually seeing what she's actually thinking. Look, I feel like like when she said like fucking Monica, she was like, I can't believe this, or like, I can't believe Monica did this or whatever. Or where she was talking about her father beating the shit out of her, she might have been like, well, my dad wouldn't be too happy if he saw all this stuff. But like that seems like to be like the actual inner monologue, so we're finally seeing what's going on inside. So Monica is kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems, maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? And nothing more? So, geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Oh, geez, so she's just all about me having a manga experience with her. Still nothing, more silence again. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Aw, she's sleeping. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Alright, well, seeing as how she's sleeping right now, that's probably a good time to end this episode here, and based on the files window, nothing else has changed. So I'm gonna have to keep checking that out and make sure that nothing else is going on. And obviously I'll show you guys everything as it happens. It's one of the nice things I like about open broadcasters. It makes it very easy to show people files and open up other windows and still record everything else as well. But that is going to do it for this episode, guys. So thank you all very much for watching. If you like what you've seen and heard, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And having said all that, I will see you all on the other side. Take care.